Imagine a world where every morning starts with a heart racing, your thoughts spinning faster than a cyclone, and your day already feeling overwhelming before it even begins. Now, what if I told you that within just 20 minutes, you could calm this inner storm and set the tone for a day filled with peace and productivity? Wouldn't you want to find out how? We often let our worries and anxieties hold a loud conversation in the back rooms of our minds. They whisper of impending doom, of not being good enough, or the world demanding more than we can give. But what happens when we decide to lead that conversation instead of just being part of the audience? Today, we dive deep into mastering this dialogue, transforming it into a discourse that uplifts and strengthens rather than one that wears us down. Think back to a time when a sudden phone call or an unexpected bill sent your heart into a frenzy. Recall that tightness in your chest, the quickened pulse, the racing mind trying to outrun the anxiety that's hot on your heels. We've all been there, haven't we? It's almost like standing in a relentless storm, feeling the wind whip and howl, bending us in ways we never thought possible. But what if I told you that you had the power to silence this storm, that within you lies a calm, a center so still that no external chaos can disturb it once you know how to reach it? This isn't just a promise. It's a proven, attainable reality. Today, we're not just talking about putting a temporary lid on your worries. No! We're exploring how to transform them into stepping stones towards a more serene and controlled existence. Now I ask you, are you ready to take that first step? Are you ready to change the way you face your day, starting right from the tumultuous beginning to its victorious conclusion? If your answer is a resounding yes, then you are at the right place. Today marks the beginning of your journey towards not just enduring life, but thriving in it. As we move forward, remember, this journey is not about eliminating challenges from your life. It's about mastering your response to them. It's about not letting your spirit be dampened by the ebb and flow of life's unpredictable nature. Let's embark on this path together with open hearts and minds ready to learn, adapt, and overcome. As we step into the heart of this discussion, keep this thought at the forefront. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. Let's learn to carry our burdens with grace and strength, turning each moment of anxiety not into a barrier, but a gateway to a new dawn. Have you ever paused to consider what anxiety really is? Why it seems to swoop down on us when we least expect it, tightening its grip until we feel almost paralyzed by worry. It's an invisible weight that can cloud our thoughts and shadow our days. But today, we delve into the nature of anxiety and worry, not to fear them, but to understand them, to turn our knowledge into power. Anxiety is often a reaction to stress, a signal from our mind and body that something is out of alignment. It whispers, or sometimes shouts, warnings of potential threats, even when those threats are not immediate or even real. Worry, its close companion, is the act of turning these anxious thoughts over and over in our minds, like a relentless tide eroding the shores of our peace. But why do we worry? What purpose does it serve? Think about it. Worry often feels like an attempt to control the uncontrollable. We believe that by considering every possibility, we can shield ourselves from harm. Yet the truth we often ignore is that worry drains our energy, diverts our focus from the present, and steals our joy. Instead of preparing us for challenges, it paralyzes us, leaving us less capable of action. Reflect on a time when worry consumed your thoughts. How did it feel? Did it feel as though every moment was just a step away from calamity? Yet, when you reached the end of that worrisome period, what had you gained? Had the worry prepared you? Or had it merely distracted you from living fully, from appreciating the now? Here's a liberating thus. What if you could channel the energy you put into worry into actions that fortify and rejuvenate you? Instead, imagine transforming the heavy stones of anxiety into milestones of progress along your journey. This transformation begins with a decision to view these emotions not as enemies, but as messengers alerting us to take care. But let's take it further. Consider the concept of mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. It teaches us that most worries are rooted not in our current reality, but in the imagined landscapes of what if. These landscapes are often bleak, filled with the worst outcomes. Yet how often do these painted horrors come to pass? Rarely, if ever. In shifting our focus from what might happen to what is happening right now, we regain our power. We learn to respond, not react. We start to realize that while we may not control every circumstance that life throws our way, we can control our response. Anxiety does not have to be the sculptor of our life story. We can take back that chisel and hammer. And let us not forget the role of communication. How often do we hold our worries close to our chests, like dark secrets? Sharing our concerns with trusted friends or mentors can illuminate them, often showing us that they are not as formidable as we first thought. Dialogue opens the door to new perspectives, strategies for coping, and most importantly, it reminds us we are not alone. Now, I invite you to consider your own experiences with anxiety and worry. How have they shaped your decisions, for better or for worse? Have they been your masters, or have you learned ways to master them? As we continue this conversation, remember that the goal is not to eradicate anxiety completely. Such an aim would be unachievable and even undesirable. Anxiety has its place. It can be a useful tool, a motivator, even a protector. The challenge and opportunity lie in harnessing it, directing its energy positively, rather than allowing it to direct us. Consider this. What if the very way you view the world could change your experience of it? What if altering your perspective could not only lighten the burden of anxiety, but also transform it into a source of strength and motivation? This is not just a possibility. It is a reality that awaits anyone willing to shift their viewpoint. Our perspective shapes our reality. How we choose to interpret the events of our lives determines the stories we tell ourselves, the emotions we feel, and the future we envision. If we perceive the world as a hostile place where challenges are insurmountable, our lives will align with this bleak outlook. However, if we view these same challenges as opportunities to grow and learn, our experiences become empowering rather than debilitating. Let me share a story. There was once a farmer who lost his horse, and his neighbors lamented, "What bad luck." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned with 3 wild horses, and the neighbors exclaimed, "What good luck." Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." Then his son tried to ride one of the wild horses, fell, and broke his leg. The neighbors declared this to be very bad luck. Still, the farmer responded, "Maybe." Shortly after, military officials came to the village to draft young men into the army. Seeing the son's broken leg, they passed him by. Now, was it bad luck or good luck? The farmer knew that only time would tell. This simple story encapsulates the power of perspective. The farmer's maybe is a stance of neutrality, a pause that allows life to unfold without immediate judgment or emotional upheaval. This perspective fosters a calm resilience, a readiness to accept and adapt to whatever might come next without unnecessary worry or stress. Think about how this applies to our lives, especially when we face what seem like insurmountable challenges. By saying maybe, we give ourselves the chance to step back and assess situations more objectively. We allow room for the unexpected, for opportunities to emerge from what might initially seem like setbacks. This is not just about being optimistic, but being open to life's complexity, its unpredictability, and its inherent potential. Now ask yourself, how often do you jump to conclusions about the events in your life? How often do you label something as purely good or bad without considering what possibilities might lie beneath the surface? This approach can limit us, keep us tethered to our fears and anxieties about what might go wrong, rather than propelling us forward into what might go wonderfully right. To harness the power of perspective, start by observing your immediate reactions. What narratives are you constructing from the events around you? Are these narratives serving you, or are they holding you back? Begin the practice of pausing, reflecting, and looking for the silver lining. Even if it seems hidden at first, this does not mean ignoring the negative, but rather balancing it with a search for potential positive outcomes. Consider also the impact of the stories you tell yourself. Are they narratives of empowerment or stories of limitation? By consciously choosing to reshape these stories, you are not just passively experiencing life, but actively creating it. You become the author of your own experience, someone who writes of resilience, growth, and possibility rather than fear and limitation. As we continue to explore practical strategies to manage and overcome anxiety, remember that the foundation of all these techniques is perspective. The strategies we will discuss are tools, yes, but they are most effective when wielded with a perspective that is open, flexible, and focused on growth. This perspective is not a shield against reality, but a lens that reveals the richness of all life's experiences, encouraging us to engage fully, learn continually, and move forward with confidence. What if you had a toolkit at your disposal, something that could help you navigate through storms of anxiety with confidence and grace? These tools are not just theoretical. They are practical, proven methods that can help shift your energy from paralyzing anxiety to empowering action. Today, let's explore these strategies and integrate them into our daily lives. One of the most immediate ways to confront feelings of anxiety is through controlled breathing. It sounds simple, yet its effects are profoundly transformative. Let's delve into this. When you feel the surge of anxiety rising, shift your focus to your breath. Breathe in deeply through your nose, allowing your abdomen to expand fully. Hold it for a few seconds and exhale slowly through your mouth. This type of breathing sends a signal to your brain, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and slows the heart rate. It's like whispering to your body, all is well, allowing it to relax and letting clarity replace calm. Moving from breathing, we find ourselves looking at the broader scope of mindfulness and meditation. These are not just practices for monks secluded in distant monasteries. They are tools for anyone seeking peace in a chaotic world. Meditation can be as simple as sitting quietly for a few minutes each day, focusing on your breath, or it can involve guided imagery, where you envision yourself in a serene place. The key here is consistency. Just as a few minutes of daily exercise strengthens the body, regular meditation strengthens your mental resilience, building your capacity to remain present and engaged, even amidst turmoil. Now, let's not overlook the role of physical activity in managing anxiety. It's well documented that exercise releases endorphins, chemicals in your brain that act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. Whether it's a brisk walk, a run, yoga, or dancing, the goal is to move your body. Think of it as physically shaking off your worries, clearing your mind with each step or stretch. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Find an activity you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. This isn't just about physical health. It's about creating pockets of peace within your day. Why is it, do you think, that routine plays such a pivotal role in managing anxiety? It's because each small, predictable part of your daily routine adds up to a larger sense of control and competency. When you wake up at the same time each morning, eat healthy meals at regular intervals, allocate specific times for work and relaxation, and wind down consistently at night, you create a rhythm. This rhythm isn't just about keeping time. It's about creating a predictable and safe space within which your mind can rest and your anxiety can ease. But establishing these routines isn't enough on its own. Discipline is what binds them into your daily life. Discipline is often misunderstood as a form of punishment or hardship. Instead, let's view discipline as a form of deep self. It's the practice of training yourself to follow those routines, even when you feel tempted to stray, especially on days when anxiety tries to push you off your path. Discipline means showing up for yourself, even on days when you feel like collapsing inward. It's the firm yet gentle hand that guides you back to your best intentions. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how a small change in your morning can throw off your whole day? Perhaps you skip breakfast and suddenly your whole schedule seems off. Your focus wanes and your mood drops. This isn't coincidence. It's a reflection of how deeply intertwined our routines are with our mental and emotional well-being. By sticking to a routine, you don't just structure your day. You structure your feelings and manage your stress levels. Now, integrating discipline into your life starts with small, manageable steps. Begin by identifying one or two areas where irregularity breeds stress. Is it sleep, eating, exercise, or perhaps time spent online? Choose one routine to enhance, such as setting a specific bedtime and sticking to it, or planning your meals for the week on Sunday. Then, apply discipline by committing to these routines for a month. Mark your progress each day on a calendar. Visual confirmation of your consistency can be incredibly motivating. As you solidify one routine, gradually introduce others. Each new discipline act builds your confidence and demonstrates that you can trust yourself to take care of your well-being. This trust is crucial because anxiety often stems from a feeling of uncertainty or lack of control. When you show yourself that you can control your habits, you reinforce the belief that you can also manage your anxiety. Remember, the goal of establishing routine and discipline is not to restrict your life, but to free it. It frees you from the chaos that exacerbates anxiety and allows you to focus more on living fully in the present. With each step you take in reinforcing your routines, you're not just moving through your day, you're crafting a life that feels more manageable, less daunting, and richly rewarding. Continuously learning and adapting forms the bedrock of sustaining mental wellness over the long haul. This isn't about sporadic growth spurts, but consistent, gradual learning. What does this mean in practice? It means staying curious, engaging with new ideas, and seeking out new challenges. It means reading books that stretch your mind, attending workshops that expand your skills, and engaging in discussions that challenge your assumptions. Each of these activities is a brick in the foundation of a resilient mind. More of a resilience is not built in a day. Think of it as forging steel. Through heat and hammering, it becomes stronger. Each challenge you face and navigate strengthens your ability to handle future stressors. But how do you build resilience intentionally? Start by setting small, achievable goals that push your boundaries. When you meet these goals, you gain confidence, and with each success, your ability to tackle larger challenges grows. Seeking professional help when needed is also a cornerstone of long-term mental wellness. Just as we consult doctors for physical ailments, consulting mental health professionals for psychological struggles should be normalized. Therapy, counseling, and even online support groups offer guidance, tools, and support networks that reinforce our mental health infrastructure. They provide professional insights that can help us navigate our complexities, making the journey not just more manageable, but also more enlightening. Beyond professional help, cultivating a robust support network of friends, family, and community members is invaluable. These relationships provide emotional scaffolding, enhancing our life structure with love, advice, laughter, and solidarity. Make it a priority to nurture these connections, for they will hold you up during times of trouble and multiply your joys in times of happiness. But let's not forget the power of teaching others as a strategy for enhancing our own mental wellness. Sharing your journey, your struggles, your successes, and what you have learned along the way not only helps others, but also reinforces your own understanding and commitment to these practices. Teaching is learning twice, once for yourself and once for your audience. In addition to continuous learning, building resilience, seeking help, cultivating relationships, and teaching others, remember the importance of adaptability. Life changes, and so must our strategies for maintaining mental wellness. What works for you today might not work tomorrow. So staying flexible and being willing to adjust your approaches is crucial. Let us also talk about the role of gratitude and mindfulness in long-term mental wellness. Practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in our lives, fostering positive emotions and lowering stress. Similarly, mindfulness keeps us engaged in the present moment, allowing us to relish life as it unfolds rather than getting lost in regrets of the past or worries about the future. As we draw this conversation to a close, remember that mental wellness is not a static state but a dynamic balance. It is not a destination but a way of traveling. As we move forward, let us take with us not just strategies but a mindset of growth, resilience, and in continuous improvement. Let this not be an end, but a checkpoint on your journey to wellness, a journey that we are all together helping each other to find and foster the best within ourselves. Imagine the impact of starting each day with a declaration of your own strength and potential. Affirmations are powerful, positive statements that can transform your mindset, shape your behaviors, and set the foundation for your actions throughout the day. When you repeat these affirmations, you're not just saying words. You're cultivating an environment in your mind conducive to growth and resilience. Think of your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds that can choke out all your dreams and aspirations if left unchecked. Positive affirmations, then, are like seeds you plant, water, and nurture. Over time, these seeds grow into flourishing plants that transform the landscape of your garden. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, nor does it happen by chance. It requires daily attention and care. Here's how you can begin this cultivation process. Each morning, before the world rushes in with its demands, take a moment to affirm your worth and capabilities. You might say, I am capable of overcoming any challenge I face, or I am continuously growing and learning. These simple phrases set the tone for the day, programming your mind to focus on potential, growth, and resilience. But affirmations go beyond just morning rituals. Use them to combat moments of doubt and anxiety. Whenever you find yourself thinking, I can't do this, pause and replace that thought with, I am fully equipped to handle this situation. This is not merely replacing one thought with another. It's shifting your entire mindset from doubt to confidence. The real power of affirmations lies in their ability to reshape your internal narrative. What story do you tell yourself about who you are and what you can achieve? Is it a tale of limitations and failures, or is it a narrative of endless possibilities and victories? By choosing affirmations that align with the life you want to live and the person you want to become, you're rewriting the script of your life. Now let's turn these ideas into action. Consider the areas of your life where you feel most challenged or insecure. Is it in your professional life, personal relationships, or your personal growth journey? Craft affirmations specifically targeted to these areas. For instance, if you struggle with public speaking, affirm daily, I speak confidently and clearly. My words inspire and engage others. But remember, the effectiveness of these affirmations hinges on your belief in them. You must not only say them, but also feel them deeply. Visualization can enhance this process. As you recite your affirmations, visualize yourself acting out these truths. See yourself speaking confidently, tackling challenges head-on, growing stronger from each experience. As we wrap up our conversation on empowering beliefs and affirmations, carry with you the understanding that these tools are not just about feeling better in the moment. They are about creating lasting change in your thought patterns, which in turn impacts your life actions and outcomes. They're about building a life where you're the hero of your own story, equipped with unshakable confidence and fortified by a deep belief in your own capabilities. Think about the seeds we've planted today, seeds of knowledge, strategy, and personal insight. Just as a gardener tends his garden with care, watering and weeding, so too must we tend to these seeds within us. We must nurture them with continued practice, sustained effort, and the belief that the fruits they bear will be worth the labor. Control the practical strategies we discussed. Control breathing to steady our minds. Mindfulness and meditation to anchor us in the present. Physical activity to fortify our bodies and spirits. and the establishment of routine and discipline to provide structure in our chaotic days. Each of these tools serves as a building block for a robust foundation, one capable of withstanding the storms of anxiety and doubt. But beyond these techniques, we talked about the importance of a long-term vision for mental wellness, a commitment that extends beyond the immediate horizon into the vast expanse of our future. We explored how continuous learning, resilience, seeking help, and nurturing relationships contribute to a sustainable and fulfilling life. These are not just strategies. They are commitments to a way of life. Furthermore, we delved into the transformative power of empowering beliefs and affirmations. Remember, what we affirm daily shapes our reality. These affirmations are more than just words. They are the expressions of our deepest convictions and our highest aspirations. They are the mantras that can drive us forward, fueling our journey with purpose and passion. Now, as we stand on the threshold of what I hope is a new chapter in your life, I challenge you to take these tools and make them your own. Incorporate them into your daily routines. Adapt them to fit your unique circumstances, and embrace them as part of your ongoing quest for personal growth and excellence. Let me ask you, what could your life look like a year from now if you started today? Picture that future, hold it in your mind, and start moving towards it with determination and courage. Imagine the hurdles you could overcome, the peaks you could scale, and the vistas you could explore. And as you embark on this journey, remember, you are not alone. You are part of a community, a network of fellow travelers who are also on paths of their own, seeking betterment and understanding. Lean on this community, draw strength from it, and contribute to it. In closing, let this not be the end, but rather a beacon that lights your way forward. May the insights we've shared today not fade into the background noise of daily life, but continue to resonate in your thoughts and actions. Let them be the compass that guides you through challenges, and the anchor that holds you steady in turbulent seas. This is your journey, a journey of transformation and enlightenment. It's a path that leads not just to reduced anxiety or managed stress, but to a life lived fully, richly, and with great satisfaction. The strategies and beliefs we've discussed are your tools, but the work, the beautiful and challenging work of building and sustaining mental wellness, is yours to do. So take these tools, use them wisely, and build a life you are proud to live. Remember, the greatest achievements lie not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. As you rise, do so with the knowledge that every step forward is a step toward realizing your potential, achieving your dreams, and becoming the person